Hey guys, it's Jiro, sometimes rnji, and as always, your favorite hero. Today I'm here with a bit of. That doesn't even matter. I don't care. I'm here with a bit of a different video for y'all. So, I have a lot going on in my life right now, and it is kind of affecting my YouTube videos. Last week, I made a really long video, about an hour and a half, talking, and I had, stuff in the background. A lot of research went into that, and today I just want to chill with y'all because I've been having a rough time lately. Honestly, it's been hard these days. I've had a lot going on. I'm trying to move up in the world, have a better life kind of thing. And it's just a bit difficult lately. So basically, let me catch you up. I'm trying to get a new job that makes me a little more money and that is remote because I'm not the best with customer service, especially if people are rude and nasty to me, which, happens a lot more than you'd expect, unfortunately. And so I want to be in a space where I feel respected, like my work means something, because I don't feel that way at my current place of work. I just have a hard time dealing with it, and it's hard to be at a job that you don't absolutely love. I feel like a lot of people, they work jobs that they hate, and I want to so badly not be one of them. I've wanted that my whole life. I've just wanted to do the things I love, and now I'm forced to do something for money. And it's just really hard, honestly. I'm having a bit of a tough time. Mostly because I know the things I love to do, and I would love to, make them my main, money-making opportunities. But it is a little more difficult right now, especially, on YouTube. Just saying, because it takes a while to grow, As you can see from, I haven't gained any subscribers within the last month, which is, a little sad, but also I only just started posting weekly, and I do want to post weekly. I want to continue this, but I'm a little scared if I'll even be able to keep this up because, YouTube is one of the few things that genuinely brings me a lot of joy, and I don't want to have to give it up, just for life reasons, because I feel like then I'll just be kind of sad because I love making videos. I'm just so exhausted these days. I've been having some health issues here and there. Let me just bring this closer to me. Fuck you. Oh man. I've been having some health issues, and it's been a little rough for me these days, mostly because, I have to eat the same couple of things, and I just hate eating the same thing every day. Drop a comment if you fucking relate. I don't like eating the same things every day. I get really bored, and I'm unsatisfied end of the day, even if it's, good, because it's just a repeating value in my life, kind of, if we're thinking about it in a numbers game. Aw, dang, they made me tired. Alright, I think they're dead. So, that's been kind of weighing me down lately. Just as, work has been also weighing me down. I feel really demotivated because people are nasty, and not just the people that come in, but also some of the people I work with are bullies, and it feels bad, honestly. I don't think there's a situation where that could ever feel good, to be bullied and treated like you're less than. I mean, I was treated that way my whole life by someone that was supposed to protect me. So it's not really something I'd like to get into again. Like, if I can, I always want to, like, leave those relationships that make me feel that way. Because, you know, I cut one of my parents out of my life for a reason, because it was just, like, constantly making me feel that I wasn't good enough and not enough support. Which just makes me really sad, because I feel like I need a lot of support to actually get things done, you know? I need people behind me. I need people who love me, and I just haven't found that in a long time. But thankfully I have like 2 friends or so that check up on me and ask me how I'm doing, and a few of my coworkers are actually really nice, and they use my proper pronouns, which are they them, by the way, and they respect the fact that I'm non-binary even if they don't fully understand it. And I think that's like what we need more of in the world, quite honestly. We need more people who just allow other people to, like, they hold space for other people to just be themselves and, you know, live their life the way they want to, you know? We're not hurting anybody by being non-binary, being trans, being queer in any sense of the word, in any way you want to put it. We're not hurting anybody, and quite honestly, I'm so proud to be who I am, to have these wants and desires for a better world, to feel like I'm being heard and listened to. I dream of a utopia that doesn't exist right now, but that's why I made this channel, because I want to make it a reality for some people, if not in person, then at the very least online, you know? Because I don't think there is a point where we will stop running into these kinds of people who make us feel bad about ourselves. It's just probably not going to happen in my lifetime, at least. I find myself feeling really sad about it at points because of what's currently happening in the country, and I'm so opposed to this kind of thing, you know? Just makes me really sad. I mean, let's be honest, like, if your rights were taken away, that wouldn't really excite you, right? It doesn't excite me, that's for sure. I just want to build something that means something, basically. So, basically, I've been working on, you know, upgrading my life. I've been working on being a better person, on trying for myself a little harder, and being kinder to myself, and attempting to learn to love myself. I've been looking for resources that can help me. I've been changing my diet, which is why I've been eating a lot of the same foods every few days, mostly because there's a limited amount of foods that I can actually eat, and where it doesn't, you know, hurt my stomach or make me feel bad. And when you're like in pain a lot of the time, you know, you don't really feel great physically, so you don't really feel amazing mentally either, which can be a bit of a downer. I am finally medicated. I'm still looking for, you know, the perfect combo of medication that can seriously help me and help me make better decisions, which, you know, I think I'm getting there for sure. I definitely have seen a bit of a change. I can now talk to myself out of, you know, horrible feelings, because the biggest thing that gets me are, you know, my intense emotions and feelings. I'm one of the people that if I feel something, like in my heart, I feel it in my body. It's scary because sometimes it can just take over my life when I get bad feelings, and the good feelings never really last long enough, which is really sad, because I feel like I never really get enough time to experience joy in my life. and it's always just but a fleeting moment. I never get to hold on to my happiness for longer than maybe like a day or two. I ride that high and then I'm just kind of done and looking for the next thing that can make me feel good. Honestly, it's been really hard for me to tie myself down to the corporeal world, this reality. I find it difficult because so many things upset me so greatly. I'm just kind of left feeling like, well, is there anything I can do? Because I just feel so hopeless most of the time. And I don't want to feel that way anymore. I want to feel like, yeah, there's actually something I can do for myself to make me feel better, to get me out of this rut, to make me feel better in a way that's actually healthy and productive for me. Not productive being like, working, but like self-improvement. I think I've spoke about this before. I really enjoy the aspect of self-improvement and finding myself and finding what works for me that, might not work for other people, but I know it works for me, and I can rely on these coping mechanisms that are actually healthy for me instead of like addictive mechanisms, One thing lately that I really do want to get out of is shopping constantly. I just find any reason to shop. And you know what? I love shopping. It's like one of my greatest joys to be able to buy something I've wanted for a while, or buy something that really feels fully like me. I feel like I go through these phases in my life where I really, really enjoy something and I want to make it like all like a part of me. And then a few months later I'm on to the next thing, and it's a little sad because I feel like other people, they have their own way that they work, and I know it's probably my ADHD. I'm just searching for novelty because novelty makes the dopamine in my brain spike, and not just anything can make me feel that way. It has to be specific interests that I'm like, genuinely interested in and that genuinely make me happy. So, it's kind of few and far between because not many things make me happy, but a lot of things will make me sad, that's for sure. And I wish I just could experience life more like other people do, a little more looking on the bright side of things instead of just always going the pessimistic route. I'd rather take the optimistic route, which can be really difficult when everything in your brain tells you, hey, you're a loser, you're a failure, and you suck. Everyone's better than you in life, and you're falling behind. But, I think I have always been a bit of a late bloomer, specifically for the reason that one of my parents kind of controlled every aspect of my life until I left and moved away to, go to university and help my mom get out of that horrible relationship.
Welcome.
I was never able to experience things for myself, and when I first moved out, that was kind of my greatest opportunity, honestly. I was just like so happy to feel that freedom, be able to do whatever I want, whenever I want, be able to pursue my passions because they excite me and I feel happy about them. And, I've come to realize that at the end of the day, everything's gonna have its faults, no matter what. But you just kind of have to realize which ones you're okay with and which ones you aren't okay with. And I have to say, I'm okay with, the relationship I'm currently in. Not like I'm okay with it. I'm really happy with it. I do find that I need to work on myself still. I need to figure out, what exactly I want out of life so that I can provide that comfort and stability for the people in my life. I want to not, give up and run away from everything anymore because that can just hold me back. Oh, I can do it again? Oh, let me see. Okay, that's stuff I don't have currently, but I was able to level it up twice, which is really great. I wasn't expecting to be able to. So let's just go on to the other quests. But anyways, back to how I'll be so busy. I'm also, other than, you know, I'm taking a course to try to get a better job, I'm dealing with the stress of my current job, and I'm also joining a tournament for Marvel Rivals, which, you know, stresses me out a little bit because obviously I want to perform well. I mean, I think everyone wants that, no? Like, everyone just wants to be at their best, especially when they'll be perceived by other people. I think that's like the whole concept of sports in general. And esports is no different. It's all the same things, you're just doing different things. Esports are more of a mind game than a physical game, the way regular sports are. But, you know, it's all about strategy, and I think that's something that people who play sports can still, you know, agree on. There's always, like, strategies you want to use. There's always, like, ways you want to combat against your opponent to try to secure the win. End of the day, it's not just about how good you are, but it's also about how well you perform with your team, you know? How much of a team player are you? How good can you be at supporting your team, kind of thing. And me, I've always loved being a team player, fighting for my team, working with my team, you know? And I just don't want to let them down, quite honestly. I want to, you know, have fun and at the same time perform decently well. I want to have a good time while I do it, and, you know, it can be really exhausting, it can be really overwhelming at times, but at the end of the day, if you love what you do, they say that you never work a day in your life, and that's how I feel about YouTube, for sure. I feel like YouTube is my calling. I'm trying to get another job just to fulfill me for right now financially, because I do need the help financially. You know, things are so expensive right now. Everywhere you look, the prices just keep on rising and rising, and things that could have been one price one day, you go in a week later and it's like bumped up 25%. It's really sad, honestly, if you don't have a lot of money, because you won't be able to afford, you know, things that might make you happy. And that was the thing with this monitor I recently bought, that I made the setup video basically about. I made it because of the fact that I got this monitor and it is like a pretty decent change from my last one. Just to say that, of course, it's not an ultra wide, but I'm actually really happy about that because I don't have to deal with black bars anymore, and I feel more immersed than ever because everything is, you know, full screen, and I'm just really happy about it. And the fact that I don't have to worry so much anymore about, you know, video recording and the aspect ratio and all that. I'm really happy with the way everything looks, and I feel like it looks really great, and it kind of elevated my videos in a sense. It makes me happy in that way, how it's made my life just a little bit easier, you know? And I can find happiness in that. I can find happiness in the way I try to make my life easier and more fit for me, in a way where I don't feel like I'm being left behind because I'm on my own journey. And that's what I hope all of you can find someday. I hope you can find that thing that makes you happy, that you can work towards, and that you don't worry about, you know? In a sense, you just feel like as long as I keep doing it, I'll find my way eventually. And you just, you know, you do your research, you look up stuff that have worked for other people, and you try your best, and you put your own spin on things. That's what I'm currently trying to do right now. So, you know, other than doing YouTube, working on the course, being stressed over, you know, the future tournament, because I also have to, you know, work on that. I have to work on that, and I have to practice whenever I can. Lately, it's been a little harder because, you know, I've been so exhausted and I've had to do so many things. I've just been trying to find what I can do in the moment and work on that and try to be a little more proactive. Unfortunately, I'm kind of always exhausted because lately I've been just up thinking too much. My brain doesn't want to shut down, and whenever I get up to use the bathroom late at night, I'm always kind of stuck thinking, and it's kind of hard to get back to sleep because my brain is like, hey, you're awake. You're awake. It's time to stay up. And then it takes me like 2 hours to get back to sleep, and then I would usually only have like 2 hours to sleep in a comfortable deep sleep again. And that makes it a little difficult to have, you know, good sleep because it's so segmented, and it's just like in parts I can get good sleep in, you know? Not exactly whenever I want. And I have, you know, sleeping pills too, but they take about an hour or two to kick in. Sometimes it'll be that I take my ADHD medicine a little too late in the day, and then I'm up at night, and you know, it doesn't necessarily balance things out. I realize it's happening, and that's why I'm so awake. But it takes like so long for me to be awake. Like, even when I wake up, it's like I need 4 hours to like fully get to the state of where I feel like, yeah, I'm good for this. I can really get into my day. I used to be an early bird. I used to be an early riser, and now I'm turning into more of a night owl, early riser kind of thing, which is interesting to say the least. Not necessarily happy about it. But you know, I do want to talk about it. I need to speak my truth. I have a lot going on, and I'm worried I won't be able to keep up with these weekly videos, and you know, I would love to get into editing them more, but I need a work from home job to be able to do that, because I'm hoping I won't be as exhausted. I'm hoping I'll have a little bit more time, even if it's full time, and I'm hoping I can use the money I gain to make it to a better place where I feel more comfortable. And I can just, you know, get into the groove of things easier with less distractions and just find my perfect humble abode. I guess I was supposed to kill the blue guys, huh? I didn't realize that till the end, so I came back around this way because there were no more monsters where I was. I killed them all. So yeah, I guess I just wanted to talk a bit about my life and current events and kind of like an update for the channel. Of course, I will try my best to get a video out every week, but they will probably end up as less edited videos like this, where it's more raw and more I'm just like talking and playing a game, and you know, you guys can join in, give me your feedback in the comments. One video I did think about making, but I was like, it's gonna be a little too long, quite frankly. It was more about why corporate jobs suck, and I did see a video on this recently, so I'll probably just talk about it a little bit now because I don't think it's a long enough topic. I mean, it could be, but it'll be mostly me complaining, and I don't really want that. I'd like to open a discussion about it in general. But yeah, corporate like politics and corporate, you know, talk, all that jazz, the workplace, I don't think I fit in at all, quite honestly, because I feel like, especially for customer service jobs, you have to like shut yourself down in order to work. And now that I've quit smoking. I haven't smoked in about, I think, close to a month now, and I think I got over the worst of the side effects, so I'm like, okay. And you know, the medication I'm on has been helping in that respect, but I still feel really understimulated at times. So and really drained and tired. So at work, I don't even want to like play games because I'm just like, I don't even want to think right now, dude. Which is why my comfort game is this game. I don't have to think. I just have to play instinctually, and that's what I do best. And this kind of like, this game just heals me in that sense. I feel like I can just do what I'm good at. And you know, I've been playing this game for about 10 years now, and I got my girlfriend into it recently. And I made a video yesterday, but then I realized, oh, I didn't even properly record my audio, so I'd have to like remake the whole video, which makes me sad, and I don't want to have to do that. That was just frustrating because I was like, every time that happens, I just kind of leave it as a scrap and something to redo at a later point in time. And so that's kind of what I'm doing with this one. I'm just gonna leave it for another time where I can just, you know, really get into it. I have more time to work on it. I feel like I can be myself kind of thing. But yeah, let's just get back into that topic. Corporate, I feel like I don't fit in because I want to like say what's exactly on my mind, but it seems like that's really frowned upon. You always have to go through like a third party in order to get anything done. Like you have to go to the top boss in order to do anything about what you're going through, and I feel like they're, you know, most of the time they're just not as responsive as people who like get to know you for real and respect your boundaries and respect your identity. It's hard to find that, especially nowadays with how the current administration just like makes the hate come out so easily because that's what they support and that's what they love to do. They love to promote hate, so it makes it a little difficult to find more people who are more like, I want to be more positive, because the hateful people are just so loud, and you just get to thinking, is that all there is here? And so like negative situations that impact my mental health at work, I don't think are taken as seriously as they could be. And it just like depresses me again to where I don't want to speak. Whenever I get really sad, I end up not talking. And that's when you know something's wrong, when I don't talk about things, even if I'm like really excited about a thing, but something's happened and I'm just like really nervous or upset about it or really anxious. I just find that, you know, I shut down and I don't want to speak anymore. And that makes things a little difficult when you have to communicate your feelings. Especially in situations like work. Because, hey, people are gonna listen to whatever they want to listen to. And honestly, it really sucks how it just goes. And I'm tired of having to, like, keep myself like locked away in like a little prison in my head in order to like work at this job and like feel okay and not let things get to me. I'm a sensitive person. I don't want to shut that part of me down because I spent so long shutting that part of me down after, you know, bad more negative experiences, and I can't do that anymore. I want to be myself, and I want to be somewhere that like accepts and promotes sensitivity and positivity. I don't want to be somewhere that like just allows negative people to treat you however, because I don't know, they don't deem it as super important when, you know, the mental health aspect to a job is kind of like everything to the environment. You'll feel demotivated if you don't feel heard, if you don't feel seen, you know, if you don't feel like anyone's listening to you kind of thing. And I don't know, that's just like the opposite of the world I want to be a part of and the world I want to create. It's so sad. I'm just a different person than a lot of people. And it kind of saddens me on its own because I'm like, is there something wrong with me personally? Though I don't fully believe that. At times, you know, I start to doubt myself, like, maybe it's just me. I'm waiting here to get my Ace skill back so I don't blow myself up with this crate. I just don't want to do it. I've been playing Hunter recently, and that's been helpful too, but when I play with my girlfriend now, I swapped over to Cleric because we were having a bit of a hard time with healing. She'd run out of heals. Sometimes the heals wouldn't be enough, so I ended up swapping to Cleric, and now I just buff us continuously. I make sure we always have buffs up, and, you know, it's a lot better now. The game is a lot easier, too. I thought, you know, Clerics couldn't really do much damage, but, you know, they do decent enough damage. And my partner is a hammersmith, so they do the most damage. So I don't necessarily have to worry about doing a lot of damage, because as long as I buff us both, I can buff our defense and our offense, which is, you know, really fun. And I can also up our critical hit chance, which is awesome. I like all the status effects that it can do, and I'm looking forward to the next, hold on, why is this guy buzzing around, dude? Can you come to me, please? I hate this guy. I hate Methos. I hate fighting them. It's way easier when you're a hunter, you just like shoot, but when you're like a melee type role, you do have to you're just at the mercy of whether or not they want to come to you and how much stamina you have left after jumping and dashing around and using your ace skills, you know? It's a management game. But I feel like I've gone over a lot of things in this video, you know? I have told you about my life. I've told you about current topics that mean something to me and I just want to discuss. If you want to ever discuss, leave a comment. Feel free to talk your truth. I'd love to hear your stories, but if you're, you know, just negative, feel free to keep that to yourself. I am a sensitive and sympathetic person, so I do try to see the best in everyone, but once I am wronged, I get really frustrated with people. Once I am wronged, you know, like once someone does something to upset me or hurt me for no reason kind of thing, that does get under my skin, and I can't help it, and I wouldn't want it to be any other way, really, because if I shut down that one part of me, I might end up shutting down all parts of me. I'm just not, you know, as adept at controlling my emotions yet. I'm still getting to learn this. I'm still learning how to do it. And I'm still learning to find my place in the world, as, you know, a lot of people are in these trying times. And honestly, I just want to be there for people who need it. And if I make your day a little brighter, if I make you feel like you're heard, if I make you feel like, you know, there's someone else out there that feels the way you do, I'm so happy to be that person for you. And that's kind of my main motivation in making these videos, finding community. I just want to find my people one day. And I'm sure the growth will come eventually. I'm not necessarily too worried about it. But yeah, I'm just proud of myself and how far I've come. And I look forward to seeing y'all in the next video. You know how it is, as per usual. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like my vibes, go ahead and subscribe. I will be doing these kind of low edited, more long form content videos where I just talk about topics that mean something to me. For the next few months, I may post an edited video every now and then. So if I do, I'll just post it in the community tab so you guys can be, you know, in the know and know when I'm actually going to post more edited content that I guess is a bit more mainstream. I really love watching long form content, and I love hearing people just ramble. I'm a rambler myself. I am a yapper. I really am. #1 yapper over here. But as always, hope you have a good day. You know, eat something, take care of yourself, and you know the drill. Love my cat, love my wife, love my life. I'll see you guys next week.